Something about calling Chestnut a good boy just feels so healing for me. Hi, I'm Miya, and I'm an off-duty guild receptionist, and you are very welcome to join us at the guild over on my main YouTube channel and over on Twitch, where I live stream games and, you know, games and more games. Today, we are reacting to Space King creators answer your questions. This has also been quite highly requested, so I thought I'd slip this in here as well. So thank you so much for your suggestions. Let's get straight into it.
Space King 3 comes out tomorrow! After many months of pouring our hearts and souls into a single episode of our autistic male power fantasy show, it's finally coming out!
And
Let's
what better
go!
way to promote it than to answer some of the...
I want to read this. Hold on. You messed with the wrong dogs. Wait, what? Why did Space King leave? Will there be any Psycho Sisters in the future or any killer giggle cunts? Also a little off topic, but will you guys be re-releasing any previous Space King stickers for sale? I'd love to buy some to stick on my PC. Okay, so killer giggle cunts is it's kind of crazy, and I kind of want to know more about them, but I feel like it's not on brand. It's a little bit off brand. But it's kind of genius. Just from the wordplay alone, I want to see more of this.
burning questions that you, our loyal fans, have had.
Wait, I want to read that. Wait, hold on. Okay, that's fine.
For this
It's cool.
video, we asked members of our Patreon to submit their questions, and we will now attempt to answer as many as we can. Yanovich asks,
Cool.
why is Bryce circumcised?
Okay, I actually never knew Bryce was circumcised. I think maybe because I forgot or I missed it. Or maybe it's censored and we watched the censored version. But I don't remember this information.
I don't know, Don. Why is Bryce circumcised?
Bryce is circumcised because we have 3 female workers on staff,
And yes, they're real and they exist.
and they revolted and demanded that we put his penis in the episode. And also they didn't like how Captain's penis
The cock cut is
was
crazy!
drawn in episode 1.
I just want to correct the record. They just wanted the penises to have a nice pink gradient. That was really what they were pushing for.
They drew
I find it quite funny that in like a lot of, okay, so just a peek into I guess like female dating sim communities, there's been more than one occasion where there have been memes where we have like the guy the love interest and also like a little like color thumb right next to them that's kind of vaguely the color of their skin, sometimes a little bit more pink, sometimes a little bit more brown. And I mean, like, the implication is kind of there, right? Like, for those who know, you guys know. I mean, this is basically the same thing.
drew the penis. They drew
did?
it. Yeah, they drew it uncircumcised. A lady posted it and said, I made it more kawaii.
No.
They drew that penis. I didn't draw that penis.
Hey, Munger's uncircumcised.
Okay, and Haymonger's dick is famously disgusting.
That's because of its right angles, not because of its foreskin. I just want to put it out because this is real deep lore stuff, right? What?
It is. I didn't know it was heavily right angled. That's concerning.
Why would they circumcise? Because that's a religious practice where you like brutally hurt male children for no reason. Why would that be in Space King?
So Bryce comes back to life with his Imaginator orb.
Yeah,
responsible
I think
with him.
because that's coded in his globule.
And their tattoos come back if they had tattoos.
Yeah, because that's coded in their globules.
So if their haircut comes back and everything comes back, their physical state is saved.
Right.
At least that first time. Because when they're maimed, that doesn't come back.
Right.
So Bryce was circumcised before he died the first time, and that was saved.
Or it was always written into his globules from the start.
That he'd be circumcised.
Yes.
Because he wanted
Okay.
a nice, attractive penis that wasn't disgusting.
I think because
seems like
whoever made
Bryce.
him was like locked in this weird religious cult and didn't care about his well-being. That's just
Wait, okay, so like, what are we just kind of just adding things in on the spot? Because then that kind of makes me wonder about Hatemonger. Like, did he choose? Did he choose to stay right angled? Is that it?
that we're just like, who knows? We're just spitballing. Walt was 4355.
If they're saying it, it's canon. And if they say it's no longer canon. It's no longer canon. They made this shit.
I've asked, what happens if only one globule is rescued? I have thought about this deeply, though everything in this video is subject to retcon and rewriting.
Okay,
I suspect
yeah.
the Psycho Warrior is overwhelmed with estrogen because they don't have enough testosterone pumping through their body and they get gynomastia.
Is that when men grow tits?
Yes. And they can play silly pranks on each other. Like, if Chestnut wasn't such a good boy, he could, like, bring back Bryce with, like, boobies and make fun of him. That's
Something about calling Chestnut a good boy just feels so healing for me. I like that Chestnut, with all his little quirks and flaws, is ultimately a good boy. It's so cute.
what I like.
There's obviously the practical interpretation too, that you have globules just like you have two balls. In case you lose one, you're not fucked. It's kind of like your lives.
So you would have, like, a life per globule.
Oh, so that's interesting. Because then you could, theoretically, if you have both globules, you can make two soldiers that are clones.
I don't like that.
Me neither.
All right, so boobies.
No, because
I thought I had you.
that makes it too easy to make female Psycho Warriors. And that has
Oh,
to be,
that's a good point.
that has to be
That's a
impossible.
good damn point, Don.
I love that this is the point of like agreement. This is the point of unanimous agreement. Everything else out the window. No female Psycho Warriors.
No, absolutely not.
No, so what I think it is they need one, but to actually bring him back, they have to like photocopy the one to have two for it to work. You know?
What?
So at the end
Photocopy.
of episode 1, Chestnut gives the Snake Queen Xavery's one globule, but he still
Yes.
has the other globule.
Yeah.
So is Xavery dead forever because he gave him one?
No, I think he comes back in a lesser state. And I know you're not a big fan of boobies, but maybe at least a micro penis. I don't know.
In a lesser state, so particularly in those parts, what if he was just slightly smaller in scale? Like altogether, overall, he's just slightly smaller in scale. Because you know like how the little boys, they basically like transform into these big bulky guys? They go from like teeny tiny to like huge big burly. Like what if they're just kind of like in the middle? What if they're just like dad bod? Is that heresy? Can it like not work that way?
We could make some good commentary about, like, you know, you still a man if you get globsticular cancer and lose one nut. We could make an episode about this. I'm gonna call this one To Be Continued. Tessaphon asks, can the boys take shits? And if so, are they utterly massive?
I want to know why the boys, why there was the initial implication that they couldn't take shits. Is this something to think about? Let's find out.
Obviously, poop is very funny, so yes, they can take gigantic log shits.
I think if you watch episode 2, there's actually a waste tube in the squad ship.
I think
believe.
it's obstructed.
Is it obstructed?
I think in the end it got
ultimately?
obstructed. If we were kind and put up the background right now without that obstruction, you
Oh,
can see
whoa.
there's a waste tube
Oh,
that goes
whoa,
into the
that's
cock
graphic,
hatch
yeah.
and like just sucks out everything in there, I guess.
So maybe they just kind of poop their pants and they just...
Yeah, they have to hold it in, but if they can't, then they just shit themselves.
Okay, but like here's my question then. Like the volume of shit, right? Like considering they take like huge massive shits, like what's the ratio? Like what's the shit to man ratio? What's the shit to Psycho Warrior ratio? like is it possible for there to be a larger shit ratio to Psycho Warrior? Like is that a thing? I don't know. Like there's like no basis for these questions. I am genuinely just curious.
They put the thing on, it's just like... Do you think that they like abuse the suck hose?
No, they don't know what sex is.
Touche.
Do you think they get erections? Like,
Yeah, dude.
Cum and stuff?
Oh, I don't know if they can come, but I got erections when I was a kid.
Yeah, so, but can you cum? Can you jerk off?
I mean, considering like in episode 1, they got pretty excited, right?
As a Psycho Warrior.
I don't know. I mean, some of them are clearly aroused by movies, but I guess you are as a kid too.
I don't know if he knows what it means.
I feel fucking crazy. Well, then
I'm uncomfortable. Like, I'm starting to kind of realize, this just hit me now, actually, that they're probably like kids. Like, they're kids.
might just feel fun still. I don't know. Yes, they can take shits, and apparently they also shit themselves. Cunning Stunt asks, what happens if Chestnut dies? who collects the globules.
Exactly. That's why Chestnut never gets to do anything fun, and they make him hide behind stuff, because he's the most valuable squad mate, really, because if everyone else dies and he also dies, then they're all dead forever.
Yeah, I would even drop a little extra bonus lore that the kind of squad that they're in, having like a Medicae when there's only 4 of them is quite a privilege. Like most of the time there wouldn't be enough Medicaes to dedicate to just one squad. Like at least not a 3-4 man squad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jose asks, what's the name?
Wait, okay, so like, wait, before we move on, I do like that Chestnut has more of a purpose than just being the punching bag of the whole group. He's not just there to fuck around and fuck up. He's literally there because he's necessary, and even more so, like it's almost more impressive that they have him there because like Medicaid just aren't all that common. It's pretty cool. I like this. You can tell that I'm rooting for Chestnut. You can really tell.
With the new Psycho Warrior, the purple one.
So if you've been on our Patreon, you may have spotted the purple Psycho Warrior.
I love it, dude. It's like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
What? There's a purple one?
There's a purple one.
No way!
Is he the friend?
Sadly, his name is Terry.
Oh.
Mike asks, will you acknowledge that Cap's voice is basically Nathan Explosions? Would you like to acknowledge that?
No, because Nathan Explosion is played by Brendan Small, and obviously Captain is played by
Don Big.
Don Gregor.
Little lore drop though, Don did literally get in contact with an extreme metal vocalist to teach him how to do Captain without frying his fucking neck and blowing it out.
That is actually genuinely like pretty cool. I think like voice actors get like not enough credit for a lot of the stuff that they do. Like, you know, besides like acting as a voice actor, there's a lot of these like voice things. I know that some voice actors like really take care of their voices as well. It's not an easy job. A lot of props to voice actors. Yes.
Man asks, how many Psycho Warrior legions are there? And do they have sub-legions?
I haven't thought about this a lot, but I think a lot.
Tons, yeah.
Tons and tons. But we don't have kind of founding lore for you guys.
There's gotta be a lot. Think of all the shenanigans that go on in this universe. Sub-legions? I don't know. Guess you'll find out. Cicero99 asks, do they gotta open the flap to piss, or does the suit suck it out for them?
Sorry. I'm visualizing it. But like, I don't know why I'm trying to visualize it. Let's continue.
They do have to open the flap to piss.
100%. You may have picked this up from the other answers, but so much of the characterization of the Psycho Warriors is meant to be like little boys.
No.
Right, yeah, no, this is what I meant before. It didn't occur to me until this video that like they're supposed to be characterized like little boys. I was initially confused like about the whole like it's uncomfortable for me to talk about because they're kids. But yeah, no, it's very interesting. I also think it kind of changes like how I would watch Space King. If I watched episode 1 again, I think I would probably have a very different interpretation of what was going on knowing this.
In men's bodies?
No.
So you definitely have to lift your shield up and then go and pee in the bushes.
No, what Don said is not true, and if it was, it would be a deep layer that you can pull back like an onion. Omega Shorts asks, have the Psycho Warriors considered using little girls as a source of clean, renewable energy rather than wastefully disposing of them?
I think this is too feminine for the series. It's not on brand enough. In fact, it's very off brand. I feel like, I don't know, renewable energy is a very feminine thing in my head. Like, not objectively, obviously, like what truly is a feminine thing. But like in my head, I feel like it's a very feminine trait. And I just don't know if like Space King, I don't know if the series would really play into this.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Nerdy asks, did Chestnut...
What's wasteful about it?
You just want a fucking cooties infection to spread rampant around the Legion? Is that what you want? Is that what you want for this? Nerdy asks, did Chestnut find any lumps while fondling Bryce's balls?
Whoa.
No, Bryce does not have globsticular cancer, but it is a function of the universe. The globules can have errors and mutations, and sometimes that manifests in, sadly, metastatic ball cancer.
That's
Autism
insane.
Crime asks, what are the necessary qualifications to become a licensed Medicae?
That's an interesting one.
A Medicae must first go to the Sanctum Globulari and undertake their severe dominating studies. Only then will they be able to become a Medicae and tend to the Legion's needs.
So there's globule priests.
Of course, for the worship of globules.
There's the Arc Phallus.
Of course.
That's a station of the Sanctum Globulare. You guys will find out about that in episode 4. And then also, Medicae aren't a legion, if that wasn't obvious. They're kind of a specialized designation of Psycho Warrior that then gets recruited by legions.
They're not real Psycho Warriors. Honorary at best. Real sound waves.
Honorary Psycho Warriors that are super rare and also not just readily available. not simply disposable. Very interesting. I also just kind of want to point out that it's really funny that you can actually tell when like when they lock in and like you can tell like this is already like as they would say to function in the universe compared to them just kind of going like, oh, maybe this and maybe that. It's really funny to see like the back and forth.
Wave 95 asks, are there any non-Psycho Warriors who follow Space King? Well, why don't you just sit tight and wait for the forthcoming Christmas special?
I think that's more just about the human empire. Yeah, all humans in Space King follow Space King, and if they don't, they are either unaware of him or they're heretics.
Correct.
Okay.
Guy Pieri
I'll keep
asks,
that in
is
mind.
Hate Mason
I had no
AI
idea.
or is he a living being with a little brain inside of him?
Oh.
I'm not telling.
I mean, fair answer.
Psycho Stumpy asks, does Hate Monger have any other hate prefixed instruments he uses besides Hate Mace? Well, funny you should mention that. He does in fact have some hate flogs that he uses to punish himself with thoroughly. In the next episode, coming out tomorrow! Or already out, in case you're watching this in 2 days! Plus!
Do you think they don't have a personality though? They don't talk.
No, but they're still very hateful.
They're very hateful.
You don't have to talk to be hateful. It can just be in your soul. Abyss Walker asks,
Fair
are there any
enough.
space wizard powers in the universe? And if so, how do the Psycho Warriors and Space King view it?
I kind of hope there are, simply because I think I'm very attuned to the very magical question mark. I literally have a floating book. There's a way I make it float. I hope they do have like wizard stuff in it. Seems like pretty cool thing to explore.
Funny you should ask. Episode 3 actually involves the machinations and mystical powers of a time wizard. And you'll see exactly how they deal with it momentarily.
How do the Psycho Warriors and Space King view it?
Wizardry? It's for fucking pussies, dude.
And space powers?
I mean, it depends if they're on their side or not.
I think it goes more deep than that too. Like in the Christmas episode, there will be more space wizardry and space powers, and they don't really know what to do with it. It's kind of like pretty rare and unusual, but not necessarily always bad. And then obviously Space King, as far as they know, is like an all-powerful magical figure, and that wasn't bad. So
Thank you for the question,
Okay.
Abyss Walker.
Good
Coffee
stuff.
Gnome asks, will there be any certain space nuns dedicated to Space King?
Hmm.
No!
That was quick.
The Tall Guy asks, what happens if the globules are removed from a living host? Well, some say they revert back to the child that was the host in the first place. Others
That's highly traumatic. I would hate to be that child.
say that they revert to a childlike version of themselves slowly as they de-transform. But who's
Of themselves? So, ooh, wait, huh? Wait, does that imply that they are actually, in essence, just children made super fucking buff, and then like when they get their globules injected into other children, they get converted into themselves. They take them over, but then ultimately they are still ultimately children. Is it
who's to say?
who knows?
Valhallis asks, what if some globules are mixed? Will this result in Hate Bryce and Captain Nut?
Oh.
Dude, how did you miss the fucking layup of Hate Nut? That was so obvious. Yes, in fact, mixing and matching globules does produce strange double variants of characters.
Think
Oh.
Fusion Dance in Dragon Ball Z, which is really cool and not gay.
Yeah, so if you want to see Bryce Nut, that's an option. Like that? It was all in the inflection. Gonk asks, how many times have the boys died? Do they even know? I'm gonna
Oh.
say that deaths are so frequent and common that they have long since lost count, and they probably don't even remember all of the times this happened.
Yeah, I don't think it really phases them. They're not really worried about it.
They are worried about their globules getting mushed though, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I wanted to think of the shield in their armor as like the hardest part of their armor, and it's
Well, if that's the case, like way back in episode 1, when dude's armor got chipped, that was a big deal then.
Made of a special extra rare metal that's much harder than the rest of their armor, so they can't, it's like rare enough that they can't make the whole suit out of that, but they commit it to the shield, you know, because that's the real piece they have to protect.
I find it quite fun that like that being the case, they went out of their way to make it so that this piece of metal that, you know, this very important, this very highly functional and very practical piece of metal also matches the rest of the suit, which is really cool.
Which is instructive. Look at the power of that alien's pistol in episode 1. That it could chip
this
it
is
so
the thing
easily.
I was
And not at all because we hadn't thought that far ahead. Dylan asks, can we expect to see some cameos in the future?
Wait, before that, I do have a question. I was waiting to see if it would get answered. But like, so far we know that if they die, they probably have died like a multitude of different times. But we don't know if they're conscious like when they die. You know, like how in Nemesis Blue, spoiler warning. You know how in Nemesis Blue they have like when you die and before you respawn, there's like a period, there's like a bit of a resting period, and like you are basically in the afterlife and you are talking to people who are also in the afterlife. Do they also have something like this? Or like do they just like, oh, eyes closed, boom, like eyes open, oh, I died, I guess I'm not keeping count, question mark.
A chapter voiced by Meat Canyon, perhaps? Dude,
Ooh.
some of these questions are so prophetic.
Prophetic.
You will see Mr. Papa Meat Canyon acting in the episode out tomorrow.
And it might not be obvious who he plays.
There's also a
Okay,
fun guest
sick.
for the Christmas episode, but I guess we'll keep that under wraps too. Mike the Knife asks, Chester obviously can't handle using the globulus under stressful conditions, so if need be, can he carry the globules via mouth?
I mean via mouth? Like his own mouth? Or like the suit mouth?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like maybe part of his education is places to put the globules when you lose the globulus.
In the event of the globulus
Yes.
failing.
There are a few places you could put the globules where they'll be semi-safe if you lose your globulus, but maybe that's for another episode.
That's nice too. He could put them in his mouth and then close the grill.
That's true. He could just
Yeah,
have
that's
them
the
rolling
suit
around
mouth.
inside the helmet.
I don't like that.
Press against his cheek.
That's right. Yeah, I like that. That wasn't where I was thinking they'd go, but it's another option. I Marvel at DC asks, how tolerant is Hate Monger's Legion's members towards each other? Are they constantly fighting each other over who hates certain things the most? Well, you'll be interested to know there is more than one Hate Legion. There are in fact quite a few Hate Legions, and they are locked in a perpetual clash of civil war. As to whether they hate each other, it seems semi-likely. But as we all know, there is no crime on planet Heaven. Ollie Good Times asks, where do the Legions get their boys from? Well, why do you want to know? Do they solely recruit from Earth?
They're just gonna skip that. Like that was so nonchalant. That was actually really funny. Okay.
Or are there other human colonies out there? Good question. There are numerous resources for where to get your boys. There are some legions who are dedicated to the capture of premium boys, which are highly sought after in the Holy Space Empire. There are also factory farmed boys, which are a lower quality, but still, you know, acceptable solution if you're in dire need. There's boys everywhere. And the more innocent and pure you can find them, the better of a host they are.
Yeah, the other thing is, it wasn't obvious, but the planet that gets invaded in episode 1 was not meant to be literally planet Earth. It's just meant to be an Earth-like place that doesn't have contact with Space King or Psycho Warriors.
Yeah,
So is that why like they don't have any like adults like in the thing? Because I don't remember seeing any adults on that planet.
Kind of fucked that up, huh? Gray asks, if you were 3 inches into Chestnut and Hate Monger's hate mace was 3 inches in you, are you moving forwards or backwards? Okay, how big is hate mace? Hate mace is big. Hate mace is like this big. Let's just pretend for a moment that either of our nubile young assholes could stretch around that much mass. 3 inches is what? 1, 2, 3. That's
I have a trick. So like I know like if I put my 2 fingers together and I look at them horizontally, normally at the tip of where my index finger is, to the other end of where my middle finger is, that's normally like about an inch long. And based on my estimations and calculations, like about where like he has his fingers is it probably about like exactly 3 inches.
3 inches, right? So you've just got like one spike. You've got one spike of hate mace in you, and you're 3 inches into chestnut. So I'm moving forward because that gets me off the spike and into something warm and comforting. That's my answer. I don't know how you feel about it.
I mean, okay, then I guess that makes sense. I'm not a guy, I wouldn't know. But like, if it's just the spike, I mean, it's just one spike. It's not like you have to shove like the entirety of hate mace into like a small opening. You know, it's like one spike, and it's like it's like canicular. Is that a word? It's like cone. It's cone like. It's a cone. So like, wouldn't it kind of ease? Okay, but then again, you are kind of going to something more warm and comforting, and that's just ultimately a better decision. You know what? Forget I said anything. That makes a lot of sense.
Not even a question.
Yeah, if you think about it for more than 1 fucking second before actually this person gives us money every month.
Oh my god.
Good question. Thank you. What's that? Say Grey. I don't know if that's a real name, so just bleep it out. Thank you for your question about anal sex and rape. Gonk asks, is Space King a virgin, or was he slaying alien poon for millennia before disappearing? Grow up. Darv asks.
I feel like that means something if it's coming from the creators of Space King.
Do the Psycho Warriors fuck heavy? What does that mean?
I don't know, but they don't fuck. Probably, mostly.
Feel like there are some out there who fuck.
There's probably some out, like this shitty kid in middle school, you know?
Yeah, I can think of one that does specifically, actually. To be continued. Christmas special. Will there be episodes more often than once a year? God damn it. Well, fuck you two. You know, this is not easy, all right? It's really hard. I will say this. Episode 1 took our whole lives. Episode 2 took, what, 10 months? Oof. Episode 3 took 9 months.
9 months now.
Episode 4 is gonna take about 4 months.
It's actually getting a lot quicker at like a much faster rate than I was expecting.
By Moore's Law, episode 5 will take 2 months, episode 6 will take 1 month, episode 7 will take 15 days.
Okay, hold on, wait, let's not shoot ourselves in the foot here. That's a bit crazy. I know it's a joke, but 15 days would be kind of crazy for like one whole episode. Like honestly, at that point, please take more time.
Basically gonna be releasing them in a non-stop slop pipe very soon, so maybe give us a fucking break, dude. And the speed of that is all down to your Patreon bucks. Thank you, because we've been able to invest in building a fucking turbo studio to start pumping these out quicker and quicker and quicker. And I don't know, boys, we're kind of fucking ready to hit the big time with this, so thank you, much appreciate.
And also when you buy hoodies, that helps a whole lot.
What's that, Don?
Yeah!
Whoa, maybe you should turn around and do a little twirl. Oh my god.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
I don't know if they're gonna see a
Amazing.
whole lot, but
Gave him both angles.
But no, I actually really like that the hoodie itself is not like immediate, like boom in your face, like Space King. Like it has like very subtle branding. It has like very subtle like references to the thing. You don't immediately look at it and go like that's merch. You can look at this hoodie and go like that's a hoodie. Whoa, it's also merch. If you know what I mean.
kind of. Whoa! That's pretty cool.
This still, honestly, this frame, but still, no. Like even this shirt looks so good. Like I don't look at this shirt and immediately go like, oh, dude's wearing merch. I look at this shirt and go like, oh wow, that's a really nice shirt. Oh, it's also merch. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Alex asks, what are the names of each character's weapons? That's a good question. Hate Mace is called Hate Mace.
Psycho shotgun.
Psycho Shotgun is Hatemonger's other weapon.
Captain has the Psycho pistol and the Psycho sword.
It's catchy,
Okay.
right? Bryce has got the 4x custom Mega Psycho Blaster. He made it
That's
himself,
long.
which is an ode to his genius and creativity.
Although we may wreck on that.
Although that just might be standard.
It might just be a standard gun. We're not sure yet.
It's simply too good of an idea for it to have been Bryce's.
Chestnut also just has a standard Psycho Blaster and a standard Medicae Psycho knife.
Okay, you know what? For a standard Medicae Psycho knife, I don't know, it looks pretty cool.
Some people call it old stabby, but
Stop. Okay, I know what you're thinking. I know that I'm glazing like Chestnut. Let me glaze Chestnut. Like I don't think he gets glazed enough.
I don't know. Will the Beast asks, does Space King take place in the future, or is it in a fantasy universe separate from our own? You want to make a split decision, a snap decision right now? Future.
I think so too.
Boom, roasted. Mango Marnie asks, what happened to Hate Monger's cock? Nothing. They're all different and they're all valid.
They're all.
They're all different and they're all valid, all right?
That was a fun moment at writing episode 1 when we landed on what if at the end you see all their dicks, and then the very next thing that was said was, and Hate Monger has a fucked up dick.
You know what?
No, but like, see, I thought it was an injury. My bad.
You know, if this was like just a corrupted show, whoever was writing it would have been like, what if he had a tiny dick? That's why we're better. Because we didn't go for that fucking low-hanging lame fruit. Mr. Slinky Dragon asks, what would happen if a little girl gets a pair of globules rather than being chucked into a volcano?
Oh.
Where would they go?
Where would they go?
But like, what do you mean? Where would they go? I mean, actually, no, yeah, good point. Where would they go? I don't think I remember enough from my science classes for this.
They literally don't have the anatomy to take globules, so where would they go?
What would you hook them up
I guess so.
You're gonna put them in the uterus? It's not that big.
Replace the fallopian
Okay, yeah, good
tubes?
point.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's just, that's not
It's
how the-
literally, unequivocally, and forever, and you can clip this, unequivocally and forever impossible in the Space King universe for a little girl to receive globules. Okay? Just want to make that clear. Is everyone on board? Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Good. Mike and Knife asks, why was the High Command on the Exsanguinator's ship all methed out? The coagulators, completely under the control of the blood bug, we'll just call it for now, I don't remember what it's called, murdered their high command. Partly due to filling it with blood, because they're retarded, but partly because they started to think that it was actually a false kind of prophet of Space King, right? Whereas the blood bug was the legitimate prophet of Space King. So they murdered their own high command. And it's not until they actually crash and the bugs get all disorientated from that the bugs start attacking them because they can't tell like what's going on.
Yeah, when they arrive in the high command chamber, there's no war or bugs or anything, and then they come to with all that happening. Because
Yeah.
as Exsanguinator said, the hive just became agitated.
Yeah.
Crash. Maybe the broodmother even convinced them that drowning it in blood would fix it, and they could see the way, you know?
Oh.
All right, let's wrap this up. What we got? Ryan asks, could you explain the legions a bit? Yes, I can explain a bit more about the legions. So you might wonder why the Star Defender's banner has symbols of the Medicaid, like the Sanctum Globulari, Bryce's Legion, and Hate Monger's Legion. It's actually because the type of squads that they're in is like a Psycho Warrior exchange program, right? So the different Psycho Warriors go to the different legions as like a little swapsies, and that way you've got like good community building between the legions, but also if one of the legion's squads find something sick, like that statue of Space King, then they can all kind of stake some sort of claim to it, and that's to avoid like, you know, infighting.
Yeah, no hogging.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the Star Defenders found something sick, but Hate Monger can tattle, you know?
Yeah,
They have to share. So that's what the Reclaimer squads are all about.
that's right.
I'll give you a little
Okay, that's pretty interesting. I don't know. I mean, like, of course, like there is the practical like reason for all these, like, I don't know, for the switcheroos, I guess. But I think it's really cute that it's like a little exchange program. Like you just kind of switch them between each other. I don't know. That's really cute.
more lore. Bryce's Legion, the fire symbol and the orange. A lot of people thought that just meant, oh, he's like a heavy unit. Like,
No.
he has his own legion, and it's called the Flame of Space King.
Wow.
Ooh.
Whoa.
And that is all the questions we have time for today. I hope they've got you fired up for tomorrow's Space King episode 3.
And if you want to
Yes?
be part of the Cool Kids Club and have your questions answered in future videos, join our Patreon in the link below. We'll see you on the main Flash Kids channel tomorrow!
The Patreon has weekly Flash Kids Fridays where you get to learn all about the new episodes in production. You'll also get a host of stickers in your mailbox every month.
Good
and
stuff.
it helps make more Space King.
So sign up, please. And buy a hoodie also, and a t-shirt, and a lunchbox.
If today is today, then we see you tomorrow. If today is tomorrow, then click here to watch Space King episode 3.
Sick. So I think we have an answer. There will be no killer kegel cunts Yes.